Like to call the Board of Public Works and Safety meeting to order today, Tuesday, August 22nd. It is approximately 9:02 a.m. We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. Kelly Burke.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Approval of minutes.
I move we approve the minutes.
Second. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion passes. Chief Snyder, great day today, exciting day, new firefighter swearing in.
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, we have 3 firefighters that just completed the academy on Friday. 22 weeks of academy time. Now it's time to have fun and get on the job. 2 of them are actually on the job today, so we're lucky enough to have them right off the truck. And they are here to be sworn in to make it official.
Please come forward.
Gentlemen, please. Raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Victor Road,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully support
that I will faithfully support
the Constitution, laws, and ordinances
the Constitution, laws, and ordinances
of the United States of America,
of the United States of America,
the state of Indiana,
the state of Indiana,
and the city of LaPorte.
and the city of LaPorte.
I will execute the rules and regulations
I will execute the rules and regulations
of the LaPorte Fire Department.
of the LaPorte Fire Department.
I will faithfully discharge my duties
I will faithfully discharge my duties
regardless of
regardless of
race, creed, color,
race, creed, color,
religion, sex, or national origin
religion, sex, or national origin
of the persons I serve,
of the persons I serve,
and obey all the orders of my superior officers
and obey all the orders of my superior officers
as a member of the LaPorte Fire Department.
as a member of the LaPorte Fire Department.
So help me God.
So help me God.
So let me introduce them first. I should start with that. Have Spencer Leda, Cameron Watt, and Patrick Roy. As I mentioned, we can let them speak a little bit on themselves.
Absolutely.
And, but they completed 22 weeks of academy. They became certified as EMT basics and firefighter 1 and 2, as well as many other aspects of the firefighting profession. I am proud to say that these 3 gentlemen out of the class of 15 that they had, they excelled in every aspect that they have. We continue to get outstanding reports on these 3 gentlemen. So just couldn't be happier to have them on board and looking forward to the next 30 years of them being LaPorte firefighters.
If you don't mind, share to the crowd here, share a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and what made you want to be a firefighter. So whoever wants to go first. I know you guys look excited.
Spencer Leda. I'm from North Liberty, Indiana. Did 5 years in the military. Got out and wanted to help my community. So I've done firefighter.
Cameron Watt, I'm here from the port. Grew up my whole life here, played sports here. Had a family and some other coworkers that had pushed me towards this career that I had already wanted to do, and then I finally went through, so here I am now.
Well, Patrick Roy, 25, from Johnson. I had a childhood thought of this and a friend that pushed me into it. And here I am, following my purpose.
All right, let's get a photo. Two. In the center, you guys are the center of attention. Kelly, you want Kelly up here too? Fellow firefighters, or you tell me congratulations?
Crazy. But they only have to work 35 hours a week here.
see this?
They all still do, trust me. I mean, a majority. You should see the shit that I get at payroll.
Congratulations. Stay safe. Public comment. I do not have any public comment
There's
cards.
nothing on social media.
Nothing on social media. Clerk Treasurer, claims approval.
Okay, we have payroll from August 18th in the amount of $504,661.09.
I move we approve the payroll.
Second, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes 2-0.
Ooh, I'm sorry. We have civil city claims in the amount of $1,028,320.03.
I move we approve the civil city claims.
Second, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes.
We have sewage claims in the amount of $701,615.69.
I move we approve the sewage claims.
Second, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes.
And we have water claims in the amount of $111,788.61.
I move we approve the water claims.
Second, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes.
That's all.
Thank you, Clerk Treasurer Parthone. Department Head, to the point and brief meeting or update, Craig Phillips, Planning.
Very quickly, work is ongoing in terms of consultant selection for the comprehensive plan for the city as we speak. Working hard on the Beechwood Lakes project with regard to looking at setting up a residential TIF for that property in that area, and working in conjunction with Mark and Kyle on Beechwood to make sure that those two projects coincide properly with each other and benefit each other. Working on finishing up the streetscape design project downtown. I think we're putting the finishing touches on the Trails, Blueways, and Greenways master plan. And that's about it for today, I think. So other public offerings will be coming to you soon. So
Jess Bruder, Communications. Andrea Smith, HR.
Good morning, Board. Very quickly, flu shots will begin on October 2nd and run through March 2024. Open enrollment will begin early this year. It's going to begin on October 31st. We're going to get things done a little bit early in case there's any changes, last-minute things you need to do. We don't see any big changes except IRS changes, which we have to do for open enrollments. So it should be very smooth and quick. And also, we hired a water quality supervisor for the water department. She starts this Monday, August 28th, and she's a fantastic find. So I hope Tim brings her to the next Board of Works meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. Jerry Jackson, Wastewater.
We're testing alum now. We've been to remove phosphorus. We've been testing, or we've been running ferric and got in compliance with all that, and that worked well, but we can save a little money with alum. We started at the middle of last week. So far, so good. Our limit's 1, and we've been running 0.6, 0.7, so we're doing okay with alum. So we're going to run a little bit further, and we may make a decision to switch. And again, we can save maybe 30, 40,000 a year running alum instead of ferric. It's also a safer, easier chemical to handle, so that's not nice. We had a visit from IDEM last week and looked at our phosphorus and disinfection facilities, and they're well aware they're not complete and everything, but they are functionally, they're working, and they were happy. They sent us a looks good, it's working report. So
Thank you.
Is the with using the alum, are those levels similar to what you saw with using ferric?
we could get a little bit lower with ferric. We could get around 6.6, 0.55, but compliance is 1, and compliance is based on making water quality standards. So that's one of those things you want to be in compliance easily, You don't want to be a borderline, but going way far doesn't do anyone any good except put an extra chemical in the stream.
Sounds like it's within a few hundredths.
Yeah,
Okay.
yep.
Nick Minnick, Engineering.
We had our pre-final walkthrough on the paving on 6th and F, and then there was a repair done on Boyd, so got a little bit of our paving wrapped up, and then Darlington has the intermediate, so there'll be surface coming towards the end of this week. Kind of a big update that we're still working out all the details, but we're planning to close Truesdale for the next phase of Truesdale reconstruction. We're targeting next Monday, and contractors working on making sure we have signs up tomorrow and starting to get the word out, and we'll work with communications to make sure that press releases go out as well.
And I was involved in making that decision of saying that we're just going to close Truesdale versus trying to get it open partially. So if people have issues, they need to call me, but I think it's best. We want it done by the end of the year. We're waiting on NIPSCO to move some poles, but it's best once and for all just to get it done. It'll include a roundabout. So I think we need to focus, and we'll have an alternative route for people to get around through the park.
So are we talking about basically from where the current construction is largely complete,
Yeah.
still not totally, but then all the way up to Pine Lake Avenue?
Yes, to start. Well, you'll have access to the 7-Eleven and everything off of Pine Lake Ave on Truesdale. It'll be the intersection of North Madison and Rockwood in Truesdale. They'll focus on getting that done first so that can open up earlier, but it'll be all the way to Holocker. We paved the end of Holocker to be used as a temporary construction detour.
Okay.
So you'll be able to get around everything. It'll just, be a little less convenient if you're trying to zip right through on Truesdale.
But Mayor, to your point, done by the winter,
Versus next summer,
Yeah,
well, by the
okay.
end of the year,
by the end of this year, okay.
Yeah.
and versus going through next summer. It's just best, let's get it done. It's progress.
Get it
It's a good
done.
thing. And also Darlington, everybody has talked to us about Darlington. That road is finally one of the worst roads again, finally being done. And we have a commitment from a manufacturer like Fastpack to upgrade their area, the windows, and everything that they need to do to make that area a fine example of what we expect for our company. So we're excited that Fastpack is going to partner and update their building as well.
That's all I had.
Jeff Batchelor, Legal.
No report.
Jeff Batchelor, Streets and Code.
Yeah, we started cutting over on Truesdale, cutting and trimming the trees to go along with the project and that stuff. That's it.
Chief Breton, Police.
Last Friday, traveled to Mooresville, Indiana for our police academy graduation. Ryan Zuwicki, who is now starting his final 14 weeks of training now that he's back home. And out of a class of 167, the largest ever at the academy, he had the 4th highest score of shooting. So he's right up there with you, Mayor.
Chief Snyder.
2 weeks ago, went to Louisiana to start the pre-construction meeting on our new ladder tower truck. Everything went really well. We were hopeful they had, in the contract, had a 24-month delivery time frame. They did tell us that was optimistic, that we're probably looking a little bit longer, but maybe only 3 or 4 months, not the 42 months that we're hearing from other manufacturers right now. So still on a good note. And we'll just keep you stay tuned on that. The training facility, that's part of that bond, we are working diligently to have something hopefully to the board for consideration, maybe at your next meeting for a contract.
Bert Cook, Leap.
I have no reports.
Mark Schreiber, Parks.
Morning. Yeah, summer's flown right by. Kids are back in school, so thank you to everybody who's participated in summer programs, gone to the beach, the golf course. Just been a tremendous summer. We are down to our last 2 Foodie Tuesdays. Today we have Jimbo's Ribeye Express, and then next Tuesday, Round Belly's Pizza. So 10:30, 2:30 at Unity Park, both days. We did reschedule one night bike ride from July. That'll now be on September 15th. The night bike ride will be at the Civic Auditorium. And then two big events coming up. We are going to get the Civic. The renovations are getting wrapped up. The seats are all in. We're ready to go. We will have some HVAC work that will linger into September, October. But we have two big events coming up in September. Hoosier Star, September 9th. That's a big night for the Symphony Orchestra and for our community. And then the Loverboy Show coming up on September 22. We're really excited to bring a band like Loverboy into the community. Tickets are going quickly, so if people want to go to that show, we encourage you to get those as soon as possible. And we're just excited to get the Civic back open and let the community see all the improvements.
Mark, what is your favorite Loverboy song?
Oh, boy. See, I like so many of them, it's difficult for me to say. I'll say When It's Over. I'll go with When It's Over.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Kosher.
I was gonna say Working for the Weekend.
Yeah, that's most
Easy.
people's. That's most people's.
That's pretty easy, yeah.
Beth West, Transport. All right, department heads that have somewhere else to be, enjoy your day. New business, we do have one request.
Good morning. I have a request for use form that was not on the agenda, and I apologize for that. We received it last night, and I couldn't wait for the next meeting because it's an immediate need for them to repair their roof at Mucho Mas. They're requesting from August 28th to September 2nd to use 3 parking spaces which are on the side of their building in our parking lot. So it's not the 3 that are in front of their building, and it's not in the alley. It's there's 3 towards the back of their building, adjacent to the building, but in our parking lot. That period of
Motion
time.
to approve.
So moved.
Second, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes 2-0.
Thank you very much.
Gary Jackson.
I've got pay request number 14 on our phosphorus project for KDM. The amount is $37,869.25. That brings the contract to 96%. We've got about $65,000 left in the contract value, and we're holding $87,000 in retainage. Nice estimated there's about $74,000 left in the work, so we're close to the contract, remaining value of the contract and work left to do. A couple items I'd recommend payment to KDM, but a couple items just to say we need to think about the next pay request. We were contacted by one of the subcontractors who did pumps and tanks, and they told us that KDM is still out on them $40,000, and we paid that item all the way up to $6,600 left. So we had asked for a waiver of liens from the subcontractors. We're gonna have to ask for that before the job's done, because we know right now there's $40K at least out there from a subcontractor who hasn't been paid. The other thing we learned is that KDM did not renew their bank surety letter, which would take the place of their bond. They did not do that in January. So we can't fall back on a bond as things currently stand. So we have to make sure we have cash to make sure we're solvent, subcontractors get paid, and we finish the job. Barring those two things, I'd recommend we pay KDM $37,869.25 for the job, for what work they've completed.
Motion to approve.
So moved.
Second, I would also say, Jerry, who's been at this 30 years now, there are some concerns with the work that was done here. We are disputing the costs, so there's no surprise here. And our attorney, Nick Otis, has been in touch with their attorney. Jerry and I both have been in contact with the owner of the company, and Jerry did make, or through Jerry, we did make a settlement offer, was rejected, and we've held our own there based on the concerns that's come from this project.
So is it that the subcontractor has not been paid by KDM?
Correct. And to explain a little more fully, the job is divided up into line items. One of the line items is pumps and tanks and associated piping, and that's like $400 and some thousand, and we've paid all but $6,600 of that to KDM, and that would be the appropriate place for KDM to have paid the subcontractor out of that line item.
Okay.
Is why I bring it up.
So what's is there any risk to the city in I mean, this is, so we've paid them, they have not paid the sub.
Right.
And then, so where does this waiver of lien come into play? So is this protecting us?
That's KDM certifying that they've paid their subcontractors.
Okay.
Typically, that's done at the end of a job to make sure that everything's all paid up. But this came up, well, we're kind of at the end of the job in a way here.
Okay. So this pay request 14 basically covers work that's already done.
Already done.
It's just the issue is mainly between KDM and the sub.
And the subcontractor,
Okay.
yep. Yep, but we've got enough retainage that we can cover that if need be.
Okay.
Further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion passes. Letters and numbers contract, pay request 3.
Pay request number 3, in the amount of $17,604, and, I'm sorry, in the amount of $334,487.35, 334,487.35. That's the D&M excavating. This is for the Trino pond work. I'd recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
How far does this take us in the project?
This takes us to, I should have
Roughly.
that number in front of me, 460,000 out of 566.
That's okay.
Yeah. So that's 80%,
80,
roughly 85%.
Further discussion? So I read about D&M up north on Schultz Road and issues with neighbors. This hasn't affected them, still doing business and,
D&M is always, I know they have issues with the neighbors and their sand mine up there. They've done good work for us when we've contracted with them, so they definitely have an issue out there, but it hasn't affected their work.
good. Further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion passes. Chief Snyder.
Thank you, Mayor. I've forwarded to the board a memorandum of understanding between LaPorte City Fire Department and HealthLink. This is same, wording is exact same, other than changing the dates from the mobile integrated response team that we've been part of for about the last 4 or 5 years at least. We refer to it as MERT. And just asking for us to be able to renew that. Our current memorandum of understanding will expire September 30th, and this will take us from October 1st through September 30th of next year.
Motion to approve.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
Chief, any concerns continue at all?
No, not at all. I mean, this has worked out exceptionally well. We're just happy to be part of the team that is making a difference. I mean, we maybe not always see what the end result is, but at least the want and the need of people trying to get away from addiction, trying to break those chains, and using this as their first step. We're just happy to be part of this rather than being a response to an overdose out on the street. And we've still maintained, I think we have 11 individuals on our department that are part of this team, and not one of them have stepped away since we've started the program. So it goes another testament to the commitment from our personnel to try to make a difference rather than a response.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion passes 2-0. Unfinished business last evening. I'd like to congratulate the council on having the courage to do what's right, supporting the Housing Opportunities Project in the Koch building. Obviously, I understand the fears that neighbors have, but what I can tell you is Housing Opportunities, just from 1106 Michigan Ave, right across from St. Peter's Church, to the other locations in Portage, Valparaiso, and Michigan City, all have been very positive on the community. And again, the majority of these, I know people are focused on that drug addicts and felons are going to be living there. But, you know, these are people that might be wheelchair bound, that might be legally blind, that have cancer and can't work. Just a variety of those issues, and providing affordable housing for those individuals, and much more is needed. But I can assure you, our police, our code enforcement will be in that neighborhood to make sure those concerns are addressed, even from the current rentals and current housing, because it was made very clear that there's a lot of that going on in that neighborhood. We've had other areas to focus on, but I think it's time we focus on that area. And while this new facility is built, so excited to see. People have asked for affordable housing for years. We've been working on this since 2001, and look forward to see what the next 18 months brings. Any other topics?
Are you doing your?
I'd love to comment that, that if you have, for anyone who's watching, I guess, if you haven't had an opportunity to watch a city council meeting regarding the police officers that were recognized last night, really pretty incredible. I mean, I think that's the whole purpose of this flock camera system, right? To allow the opportunity for our officers to not only protect our community, but also to, execute on the warrants from outside of LaPorte. So it really is very, very cool. So congrats, Chief Breton.
Well, that's, it's all on those guys. They monitor those. They get alerts. It's been a fantastic program. I'm not going to go into it, but we use it this weekend as well on a shooting case, and brought that to a conclusion in Michigan City because of the flock system. Our officers worked on it. Our detectives were all weekend on that and made the arrest late Sunday afternoon. And it's all because of flock.
And there's additional technology that unfortunately the Indiana legislature does not allow right now, but Representative Jim Pressel has at least been willing to listen. That would free up officers to do the more important things, to address traffic, to address speeding, and so forth. So we're excited to have that conversation move forward. Mr. Jackson?
I had a septic discharge permit renewal that came up late. I apologize for not getting it on the agenda. It's Dog Tag Septic Services. They're a fairly, well, I don't know, 5-6 year customer for us, and they've done a good job, and I recommend approval of their discharge permit.
Motion to approve.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
So no issues in the 5 or 6 years that they've been?
No, they've been great.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes 2-0. Any further comments from the members?
No.
Motion to approve?
So, motion to adjourn. I move we adjourn, yeah.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. We are adjourned. Have a great day, everybody.